Hey guys, I'm going to start this out by asking you guys a question. The question is, did you know that there is something in common between Selena Gomez, Nick Cannon, Lady Gaga, and Tom Hanks? I didn't know that there was something that related them all. However, there is. Each of them all have a chronic illness. So today I'm going to be talking about chronic illnesses, or some people call them invisible diseases. Why should you listen to me? Because I have a few chronic illnesses that I deal with on a daily basis. I don't really tell people about these things because I like to seem as normal as possible, even though there's nothing normal about me, as you guys already know. But there's also nothing normal about living with a chronic illness. Fun fact, you may not know it, but there are plenty of people living on campus that have a chronic illness. 1 in 10 people are actually living with an invisible disease. You wouldn't even know it, and they might not even know it either, but I'll get to that later. Most people actually don't know what the symptoms are of a chronic illness, what a chronic illness even is, and how strong these people are that are living with these chronic illnesses. Well, I'm going to tell you about those because you might be one of those people. The actual definition of a chronic illness is an illness that lasts up at least a year, if not up to a lifetime. It requires medical treatment, and it also affects daily living. Some of these things that people live with could be Crohn's, cancer, PTSD, POTS, IBS. I have a few of those myself. Most people, if they have a chronic illness, they live with multiple chronic illnesses. Dr. Cornett says that the average time that it takes to be diagnosed with a chronic illness is 7.6 years. That's insane to me. A lot of people give up trying to find out what is wrong with their body because it takes so long. That's why I said that some people don't even know they have a chronic illness. Thankfully for me, it only took around 3 years to be diagnosed. I went through a bunch of treatments, a bunch of different tests. I've been on medicine. I think I did a trial one time. I'm not quite sure, to be honest with you, but that's kind of what happens. Thankfully, after a lot of development in different medicines, I've been given 2 different medicines that I basically rely on to live a normal life. That being said, some people act like they're completely normal and they have nothing wrong with them. That's why they're called invisible illnesses, is because their friends don't even know that there's something going on in their body. A lot of the times, according to Cleveland Clinic, every single person who has a chronic illness actually suffers from different symptoms that go beyond the symptoms of their actual illness. These things include chronic pain, fatigue, depression, and loss of sleep, unfortunately. That's really hard when you're in college and you're like, ooh, yeah, I want to do all these fun things, but then you're really tired, or you're in a lot of pain, or you're like super sad because you don't know how to deal with these things. It's kind of exhausting because you feel alone. But fortunately, a lot of people who live with these chronic illnesses, according to health expectations, people develop internal and external strengths as well as self-management techniques. They learn how to manage their chronic illness. They learn how to take care of their body in a different way that other people might not. Thankfully for me, I did. It took me, I think it was like 5 years to figure out how to actually manage it. I've learned how to take care of other people. I'm actually going into a health-related job because of all of this. And I've learned how to cope with different things that many people wouldn't actually need or want to know how to cope with. In conclusion, a lot of people are actually living with a chronic illness and they don't even know it. There's different symptoms that come along with each chronic illness, and the people that have chronic illnesses are all extremely strong. So next time that you meet someone who has a chronic illness, you may not know exactly what they're going through, but just remind them that you're there for them and that you're there to help. Thanks.